Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're over here in British Columbia in Canada to keep working on Pilot's Life and get closer to finishing my contract. I've just got a there and back leg again. We're here at Charlie Yankee X-Ray Tango, which is Terrace in Kesmet? I don't remember what it really is. You can see it down in the center there. So this will be a bit different in that there's a bit of a flight simulator experiment happening here as well. And that is the PMDG 737 is available in 2024. So I am going to try to do this in 2024, but I don't therefore have a Canadian North livery available to me. I did look, and the airplane's not been out that long. Never used this plane yet, so it is taking a while to load, but we'll jump in here as soon as we can. You can see a river running through the town, pretty much, I guess, southwest to northeast across, kind of pretty big through the valley there. And the airport's just south of it, I think, in a triangular configuration, is I believe what I'm seeing.
Both power plants are spooling steady with normal temps and pressures. You're confirmed good engine start. We'll see you next time.
Copy. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon from the flight deck. On behalf of the entire flight crew, welcome on board. For our departure, a couple of light bumps are possible. Rest assured, your crew will work to maintain a comfortable flight. Once again, welcome on board. Parking brake off. Thrust set.
Checked.
Speed alive.
Checked.
Knots.
Checked.
V1, rotate. Positive rate. For 100 feet.
Alright, I am back. We're kind of coming up across the airport. We got Calgary out there. Just got the speed brakes out, trying to slow down here. So we're going to get...
Speed brake armed.
Get that set. And we'll see if ATC vectors us in anywhere. So we should be good.
300. 200.
Minimums.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes up. Auto brakes.
At this point, we have that done. We've got one more flight left, so I'm just gonna turn this around, jump right into that. Everybody, we are back here. So, just trying to get going. This is our last flight with Canadian North. So, had a problem. The last flight I did, Had my microphone muted, a bunch of things kind of messed up. So, hoping everything will be cleaner this time. So just trying to get everything going. And the main thing we need is to have our first officer start doing his thing. So we want to go in here, get data from SimBrief so everything's set. We're all set there. Turnaround flight, we always want to do that. And there we go.
Good morning, Captain.
Alright, so we're trying to get things going. I won't, I guess we gotta wait the 30 seconds. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and, as I said, hopefully, we obviously need to let them know we have a new flight on say intentions, and we're gonna go ahead and try to get this complete and go from there.
Are we ready to program the route?
We are in fact ready to program the route. So they should be able to go. We know the nav's out of sync. We had that last time. But as long as it can pull this up and we see the flight line, we do. There we go. Payload set, fuel set. We got a little more fuel because I think we did 16,000 on the way from Terrace. It's more because we're flying into the wind. But let's request our clearance. I need to see who I'm talking to. It'll be Calgary, so need to get my frequencies. Yeah, we've got limited IFR. We're flying with real weather, which is, I may regret. We'll find out. Alright. So I need, let's see, Calgary clearance, 120825.
Computer is programmed, except for the SIDS and stars.
120825. Alright, and he's gonna do his thing and then go do his walk around. Calgary clearance, Arctic.
I'm going to perform the walk around now.
1504, requesting clearance to Terrace.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Okay, this is what we didn't get working right away, but I'm just gonna have him start doing his thing.
Arctic
No
1504
issues
cleared
with
to
the
Terrace via
aircraft.
radar vectors running, then as filed. Climb flight level 070. Expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.900, squawk 4736. Expect runway 35 right.
Depart runway 35 right via running, then is filed. Flight level 070. And then expect flight level 38010 minutes after departure, squawk 4736.
Arctic 1504, read back correct. Ground will be on 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er, Arctic 1504. Alright, so 4736. So we should be there. Should be good. Switch to ground. And everything else is moving along. Passengers are boarding. Only got 113 here according to Flight Simulator First Officer. But hopefully everything will work as planned. So we need to get to departure arrival, departing.
Core 3333 ready to taxi.
As we said, runway 35 right.
3333, runway 35 left taxi via Golf.
We're not doing any
Hold short of runway
specific
29er,
departure.
uniform Charlie, Charlie 3.
Gonna do
Runway
that.
35 left taxi via Golf Foxtrot, hold short of
And
runway 29er, then
arrival.
uniform Charlie, Charlie 3, Encore 3333.
We're doing ILS
3532 ready to taxi.
Y on 33
runway 35
with
left
the
taxi via
Duca
Hotel Delta Charlie.
transition.
Hold short of runway 29er, then Charlie 3.
Right, so
Runway
at this
35
point,
left taxi via Hotel Delta Charlie, hold short of runway 29er, then Charlie 3, Encore 3532.
right, so we want to do that. That's our flight plan. Pretty short.
Awaiting departure instructions. Bravo Echo 7 holding short of runway
Okay,
17
setting
left,
auto brakes.
awaiting instructions for departure.
We're going to be getting winds.
Contact tower on 118.4 for departure.
They're coding in our HGS here. Right, we'll get our parking brake set. Clear the warnings. Okay, departure briefing is going to begin shortly.
Standing by for the briefing.
Okay.
This will be a standard departure brief. Any questions, feel free to interrupt. We are departing. Charlie, Yankee, Yankee, Charlie, on runway 35, right. We'll expect clearance to 38,000 feet. Weather at departure is clear. No significant changes since dispatch. The departure runway length is 14,000 feet. Using 4-3 thrust. V speeds are V1 147 VR 151 V2 158. Acceleration altitude is
Pretty
1,500 feet.
quick.
In the event of an issue before V1,
But we got a
I will call
14,000
reject,
foot runway
reject
here.
and take control of the aircraft. If we have an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, positive rate gear up, and fly the standard departure profile. Any issues, I'll fly, and you run the checklists. I will handle the controls until at least 1,000 feet. After that, we can discuss auto flight or hand flying as needed. Standard callouts as per SOP. Any questions?
No questions. Sounds good. I'll monitor V speeds, call out deviations, and be ready to assist in case of any issues. Ready for departure.
So a little goofy setup here. Alright, seatbelt
All
sign
set for
on.
the checklist, Captain.
Alright. This.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested.
Navigation transfer and display switches.
Norm and auto.
Window heat.
So, gotta get that going.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Set.
Encore
Parking
3629,
brake.
runway 35 left
On.
taxi via Kilo Charlie, hold short of runway 29er, then
Engine
Charlie 3.
start levers.
Off.
Runway 35 left
Departure
taxi
briefing.
via Kilo Charlie, hold short of runway 29er, then Charlie 3
Pre-flight
Encore
checklist
3629er.
Alright, so aircraft is loaded. We are ready to go. So we're going to request pushback. Well, we're going to get detail. Calgary ground, Arctic 1504, requesting push and start. We did switch, right? Yep. Calgary ground, Arctic 1504, requesting push and start. Okay. It's the ground frequency. I'm not muted. Calgary ground, Arctic 1504, do you read? I think I'm getting some weird, like they're responding. Okay, so Calgary ground, Arctic 1504, request taxi, runway 35 right. See if we can get that to work.
Arctic 1504, runway 35 right, taxi via Bravo Alpha Bravo.
Taxi via Bravo Alpha Bravo, Arctic 1504. Alright, so I see, yeah, so we want to get our tail to the left. Once this is going. Yeah, why it wouldn't give me push and start, I don't know, but had some weird problem.
Westjet 271, runway 35 right, taxi via Juliet Sierra, Juliet Bravo.
Runway 35 right, taxi via Juliet Sierra, Juliet Bravo, Westjet 271.
Okay, we do not need de-icing because it says we don't, so that's good. But yeah, everything's loading in. Obviously, you know, things have to get put away here. And yeah, we don't have the Canadian North logo because we're in 2024 and that's not available, the livery. So, now we're waiting for the APU to spool up. So it is going, obviously we're going to need, I think, that light on there. So we'll wait and then we can move it along a little bit. Or, you know, it may time out on its own and just go forward, but there we go. So it sensed it, and our first officer has eyes, and they went ahead. So, closing the cargo. I assume, yep. Oh, not yet. They should be doing that. GPU disconnected. Shocks will be removed. I assume that will start to do things, and then it clears the warnings. Transponder set appropriately, and
Before start checklist.
there we go.
Doors.
WestJet 347, contact tower on 118.4 so long.
Fuel. 18560.
Switching tower, WestJet 347.
18560. Checked.
You're looking at the fuel.
Seatbelt signs.
On.
Windows.
Locked.
It's
Airspeed.
one of those where they lift us up.
1.
Again, we want to go left
Checked.
on the pushback. Tail left.
Heading. 343.
343. Checked.
Altitude. 38000.
38000. Checked.
Takeoff speeds. V1 147. VR 151. V2 158.
147.
So heading back.
1
But yeah, like the gates aren't connected. This is a major airport, so I'm surprised that it's that disjointed here. But,
Rudder aileron trim.
Free
and again, say intentions living world populates the planes.
Completed.
So that's what I've been using for quite some
Anti-collision
time.
On.
Before start
yeah,
checklist completed.
Wanted to get these done so that we can see what our next contract options are here. and
Cockpit
you know,
from ground.
decide what we're gonna do.
Go ahead.
So,
All fuel and cargo data have been
all
uploaded.
right, finally
Weight
turning.
and balance falls within allowable limits.
On runway 3.
Please advise when you're ready for
right.
pushback.
Which we're really not. But
Copy. We'll advise when ready.
Right, so we're gonna start the engine. Start.
Starting engine 2.
So we're back enough. It does tell you due to de-icing, you know, wait to start engines until pushback, but we didn't have de-icing. But yeah, so it's LIFR, which is limited instruments. Probably because it's pretty bad. Right, and then we want to get both engines going before we do anything. So about 550 miles. These last two legs were a bit lengthy.
Engine
And,
2 started.
you know, that's all good. So now engine 1 should be spooling up.
Starting engine 1.
So again, you're waiting for N2 to rise. So there's a little bit of time for that because you just want to know that things are responding. There it goes.
On call 3333, contact tower on 118.4.
And then it'll, you know, go ahead and start. So now we can tell them we've got a good start because everything looks pretty solid. We'll confirm good engine start. And they'll lower us down. And we'll be good to go. Again, we've already got our taxi directions. So just making sure, yeah, it looks like everything's showing correct on the Fly Studios bar at the top for you. So I think we're solid there, and you know, we should have a good beginning. But yeah, it's VFR conditions at the other end. It's a little windy. It's showing
All engines
16
stabilized.
knots. Okay, so they should
Cockpit
be
from ground.
Go ahead.
heading out soon.
All engines are up and running clean, stable parameters across the board. You've got a good engine start.
Roger.
Alright, so he's got to put his arm up, give us the clearance, and then we'll be good to go.
Parking brake off.
Alright,
WestJet 2282, ready to
so
taxi.
fire up the engines,
WestJet 2282, runway 35 right, taxi via Juliet Sierra, Juliet
and
Bravo.
once we get going at 10 on the
Runway
ground
35 right,
speed,
taxi via Juliet Sierra, Juliet Bravo, WestJet 2282.
why are we not moving? Oh, I thought the parking brake was off.
Parking brake off.
Alright. Like, because they said parking brake off, so I'm like, oh, we're good. Clearly, there was some misunderstanding. But this is, we're headed to Bravo Alpha. So we're gonna have to turn a little bit to the left here. Right, so now they're just going through, getting the probe set, setting the packs, everything else. They'll get our flaps set.
WestJet 115, runway 35 right, taxi via Bravo Charlie Bravo.
So again, Bravo Alpha is up
Runway 35
here,
right, taxi via Bravo Charlie, Bravo WestJet 115.
and then we'll be out on Bravo right here. So we're basically literally turning around. now. So you can see a plane accelerating down 3-5 right there. See if we're going to have any kind of a line as we get closer. We're really at mid-runway here. But yeah, glad to have this potentially done. It's been a bit intimidating, especially because I started this kind of early in. Interesting. So why are they? It's just cold weather ops. Like, why do they have? I see they're moving. Right. So what they did is they extended the flaps to 40. Because flight sim flight officers said it could detect cold weather operations, and so it was monitoring flaps. Now it's monitoring flap retraction, I assume, just to where we need it. Now it's going all the way. Okay, so it's just making sure our flaps work. So it's kind of cool that it goes through that level of detail. I think I heard things. Yep, so now it's going to put us on flaps 1, which I guess is what we need. Looks like we got another plane
Taxi
there.
checklist. Generators.
On.
Radar vectors YYC is filed. Climb 7,000. Expect 12,010 minutes
Set.
after departure. Departure 125.19.
Isolation valve.
Squawk 6677. Expect runway 17. The Medic 208. Tower 118, decimal 4.
Isolation valve.
Starship.
Auto.
2000 Charlie.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brakes.
Rejected takeoff.
Flight control test.
On runway 3.
Roger,
5,
pushback approved.
right.
WestJet 1500.
Full forward.
Checked.
Taxi checklist completed.
Alright, we're getting close. We got Sierra up there. Yeah, I don't see a
Ladies
line.
and gentlemen, good afternoon from the flight deck. On behalf of the entire flight crew, welcome on board. For our departure, a couple of light bumps are possible. Rest assured, your crew will work to maintain a comfortable flight. Once again, welcome on board.
So, just need to get 118.4 on the tower. Oops. So we should, hello. Make sure we're not running off the runway here. Alright, I guess we have some time. This does not feel like this is going very quickly, is my concern. So obviously we don't want to run off. Alright.
Western 1500, runway 35 right, taxi via June.
And the takeoff flow should be 700 feet, it's telling me. It doesn't seem like we're going to go that far, but we'll see. If not, we might have to initiate it. And obviously we'll go to the far apron here. That will help. Doesn't really say, it just says get on 35 right. So yeah, 250 feet. Again,
Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Alright. So, good. 37 feet. There we go.
Approaching runway 35 right.
Alright. So we're there. Calgary Tower, Arctic 1504, runway 35 right, ready for takeoff.
Takeoff checklist. Takeoff runway.
Checked.
Flaps.
Set.
Arctic 1504, Calgary Tower, runway 35 right, winds 280 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Cabin crew.
Notified.
Takeoff checklist completed. Check the flaps.
Okay. They appear fine. Because, yeah, we need to be going 158, so... we're going to get ourselves going here. And we'll get established. And it's a... and we got one waypoint of running where you can see it's 312 nautical miles away. It's somewhat like halfway-ish. And that's it. There were only 2 on the way in, but there was still more involved. We actually had a SID out of Terrace. We don't out of here. I mean, the only thing they really have is just like a straight out departure or something. So I'm like, well, I don't need to key that in. We'll just maintain that, and when autopilot gets connected, it gets connected. So here we go. What are we missing? What are we missing? What is it not like? Do I need to go a little higher maybe on the flaps? Alright. So we're gonna do that. Put ourselves in toga. Doesn't make any sense to me, but
Check.
okay. I guess the flaps were still moving, but it was weird because it set it. It set it where it did. So yeah, I don't know. Well, we gotta get to 158.
V1.
Rotate. V1, rotate.
Up and away.
Positive rate. Gear up. Gear down. Gear up. For 100 feet.
Alright.
Flaps up.
Flaps should be up.
Lateral navigation on. Flaps up.
I'm having some challenging visuals, I'll tell you that. Alright.
Autopilot on.
There we go. I'm like, when's it gonna engage? Alright. Gear is up. So, yeah.
Acceleration altitude.
And again, we need... departure is what? 1, 2, 4, 5, 2. Come on. Yeah, I should have had this in. It's supposed to be 5.2. Why can I not get 5.2 dialed in? Come on.
Center tanks off.
Alright, let's see if this works. Calgary departure, Arctic 1504 with you.
Arctic 1504, Edmonton Center, radar
Auto
contact.
brakes.
Climb flight level 100, turn right heading 290, vectors to running, then on course.
I don't understand why the auto brakes were set where they were.
Gear.
Off.
Flaps.
Up.
After takeoff, checklist completed. Passing
Right.
10,000 feet.
So, not bad weather. But yeah, the departure out of Terrace was pretty sweet.
Arctic 1504, Edmonton Center, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Arctic 1504. So again, we've got our nose down, we're accelerating because we've hit 10,000. Again, it might be a little bit lengthy because of
1504, contact Calgary approach on 125.9er.
contact approach, Arctic 1504. Seems odd, but okay. Calgary approach, Arctic 1504 with you.
Arctic 1504, Calgary approach identified. Good morning.
Maybe that's who works it as we go. I don't know. Alright. So I can turn this off, the chart off, because I had to look to kind of see where I was. Now we'll zoom out, but yeah, we're just basically flying direct to a waypoint. So now it's all pretty simple. As we get near Terrace, we'll connect back up, so I will see you in a bit.
It's Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Alright, so we are heading down here.
Flaps 15.
So yeah, we need gear down.
Gear down.
In theory, we're on the glide slope, or we're on the slope here. I think it's gonna come in shortly, but yeah, this is interesting to say the least. Ourselves.
Flaps 25.
Alright. And we want to land at flaps 30. Gears down. We're 15 miles from the runway. I think it's there. I'd like to see the glide slope come in here, but I mean, we're correct there. I guess this is starting to come down. Whole thing is a little bit odd. So yeah, at Avgak we're supposed to be about 3,800. I need to turn my speed brakes off is what I need to do. Now I realize what's happening. I'm like, why do we have so much rust on?
Speed brake armed.
Alright. So that'll help. And it won't sound as crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is coming down. So yeah, at Avgak we should be, in theory, about 3,900. So we'll see, because yeah, if we capture it like 4,400, then we should level out and then hopefully catch the glide slope. So I think that's what I need to do, is just let that happen, because otherwise we keep staying ahead of it. And but yeah, almost positive that's the runway there. And we definitely want to just land this cleanly and be done. Alright, So we're 4,400. The little point is coming there. Hopefully it'll capture shortly. If not, we're gonna... There we go. Alright. So now it should come on down. We want to be about 146. So we're gonna slow this down too. And then we'll be able to be at flaps 30. So that will also help with the deceleration. You can see that came down pretty quick. We are under 10 miles out from the runway here. But coming in, we've got some water. But yeah, definitely a really nice area. When we flew out of here, I was pretty impressed. I'm hearing a lot of something. I don't know what. It sounds like air leaking, honestly, but... Right, I mean, I feel better now initially when we came in, because, yeah, you're coming in over the mountains, and it's a little bit crazy. And at about 1,000 feet from now, we're going to get the landing flow. So that should happen soon.
2,500.
But I figured we could do the weather. Now let's see. We still have crazy, crazy gusts here. Yeah, we're still... Now, it's a 16 knot headwind, basically, so at least it's reasonable there. Not sure that... not sure that we're getting a little bumpy here, but hoping once we get closer it'll smooth out. But yeah, we're unstable. Why? I'm at my
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Armed.
Gear.
Checked.
1,000.
Flaps.
Set.
Alright,
Landing
so
checklist completed.
we're coming in.
Cabin crew prepare for landing.
And we should be able to just let it do its thing, I would think, like we did last time. So I did let the PMDG land, which it can do on an ILS approach. So alright, because it is a short runway. So I'm gonna put this auto brake on max,
500.
because I'm not sure otherwise that it's gonna work.
100.
But yeah, and I'll be ready, but I am gonna let it bring itself in here.
200.
Minimums.
It's a little off, but
100.
alright,
30.
there it
20.
goes with the flare.
10.
Watch the airspeed. Auto brakes.
Okay, so it's auto braking pretty hard.
60 knots.
Alright, and that worked. So we're gonna turn the autopilot off. Not quite. Oh, I hit the brakes. We're not looking to take off, so stop Stop making so much noise. Alright. It's doing some weird stuff. Alright. So now we have that. Let's get the flaps up. I don't know if it's just the wind, but man, it is going everywhere. We're gonna get ourselves off the runway. Whoops, I guess we need to go over there. And we should be all set here. So I'm gonna park us there. And then it'll shut down and we'll be good to go. Yeah, it's shutting everything off. Engine start levers will be off. We'll do that. Submit our flight. All right, we have to acknowledge that we submitted it. And so, yeah, now it has this info. Just checking. Yeah, our schedule's empty, so that's good. So we'll pick this up in a bit. Okay, so if we look at schedule, you can see we're empty. Now, if I go to the job market, well, we do have Ryanair UK, but that is the lowest salary. We have Aloha Air Cargo, interesting. Ameristar Jet Charter. Well, let's see what the details are. All right, so we just literally be flying Hawaii. They've got a fleet of 5 with 48 routes, huh? Does not look like 40. I'm wondering if that's just crossing all those. Okay, but then there's 7, I don't know what 733s are. Yeah, I'm not sure I know them. But let's see, Aloha. Because I could try, I think, to apply places too, if I wanted to. Give me the details on okay, so they're 2 stars, and that may be all we get. Right, so the best job is air work, or the best salary. They're also 2 stars. All right, so they're New Zealand. They're 734s. They're also cargo. Let me look this up. So my thing is, like, I don't know if the 737 series I have would work. Because, yeah, these have very few routes. There's just 14 routes. So, but some of them are pretty lengthy, because I'm sure it's going from New Zealand to whatever. All right, so the one thing I was just checking, so you have aircraft licenses. So I've got the 737 family. Like if I wanted to do Airbus, I can do that too. But yes, there does not appear to be, the 737 specifically in the smaller ones there in Flight Simulator, or in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So the simple answer is, I'm just curious, flight skips, 3 flight skips. All right, and you get 5 free per month. Don't normally need that. Okay, and then you can just get tickets to hop from one place to the other. That's going to be the other question. Like if I grab a job market, but then am not able to, like right now, I guess, I'm in Calgary. I have to get myself from Calgary to wherever, or does the job place let me take or get me there, the employer? All right, so if I look at Ameristar Jet Charter, now they pay the least, and they don't have a lot of planes, and they're all like either older, I guess, or smaller. So the SF-34 is a Saab. Again, I'd have to see if I could find these aircraft. Okay, Dassault Falcon. So that's a jet. Okay, and the DC-91's an old DC-9, but I think that's like super manual effort. Like, it'd be old school flying. I don't think I'm looking to do that. With the Zhangji, I'm sure they fly everywhere. Oh, 106. Okay, but they have a 738. So right now, that's the cleanest. Again, they have a lot of different things. Yeah, we'd be operating, but again, it's a 1-star, so I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. And then Safi is paying. Okay, so they have 738s, but again, they're ones, so United Arab Emirates, and just a few routes in the US. Interesting. They're not worth it. Aloha Air Cargo, I can't get a livery. So I can get a livery for air work. There's actually appears to be one available. All right. Well, Ryanair's also just 1-star. I don't know. Because, yeah, they'll go everywhere. Let's see. Are there other Ryanairs? Because it says Ryanair UK. But that may be who they are. Now, there is a general Ryanair. Yeah, but that's 3 stars. A lot more routes. I just don't know that they'd take me. Because they might be like, yeah, we're 3-star. You're not a 3-star pilot. All right, so they do a lot of 738s, obviously. And I know we can get a livery for them. And I think this just took a while to load because, oh my God, yeah, because there's just a lot. Because I'm assuming like United and stuff are like 5-star airlines, right? United Airlines. So I'm not going to get there, but it's like, could I get to Ryanair UK? That might be, Southwest has, oh, that's Southwind. Southwest is 4 stars. Thinking that would be challenging too. There are a lot of WestJets, but they're probably, see, they're Canadian. So I'm not looking to do a Canada. And I'm not opposed to trying to apply somewhere. But I think I have to wait like 24 hours to see if they accept. But I'm wondering, can I sort? No, I can't sort by rank. You can't resort. Because I'm like, can I sort by rating and then see like what other 2-stars there are? So, all right, well, let me look and see if I can find something. All right, so I'm going to apply to Jet 2. And if you look at their detail, I've got a livery available for them in the PMDG, but they are a British low-cost airliner. But the thing that was interesting, they are the 3rd largest scheduled airline in the UK behind EasyJet and British Airways. So, and again, they've got 97 738s. So we should have plenty of flights. They're going to be longer, it looks like. But I'm not opposed to that. It's just going to take a little bit longer. So we've put in an application there. So right now what I'm showing is 2 stars that allow Boeing aircraft, or that have Boeing aircraft. And honestly, this is a good group. So what I've done is I've dug around and put in some applications for 5 airlines here. And we'll see how they compare to other contracts I've been offered. So Jet2 is the only 2-star. Everything else is 3-star. But basically, TUI Airlines UK, and I was looking for things that had a good amount of routes. And, so they have 138. They're the 4th largest UK airline, so they're right behind Jet2. But they're Tomjet. I've seen them, and again, there's a standard livery available for them. Now, if I get GOL, which is down in South America, so I basically kind of did things in some different regions too, just to see. So obviously TUI, Ryanair, Jet2, they're in Europe. And I think I'd rather do that than just cargo, because I think there's fewer options in cargo. I mean, the Aloha Air is interesting. I just can't get a livery for them. Like, there doesn't appear to be a livery that exists. And that's because they're using older, potentially little planes. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, the distance, these are all like really short jobs. I mean, other than them being in Hawaii, that's interesting. Airwork is longer, but once again, they have more routes than, well, no, they really don't. But anyway, so goal is down in, and they've got a good amount. They've got 257 jobs or whatever. And then Xiamen Air looked like it covers a lot of things. And the main part of their fleet is 738s. So, and they're, so we're not going to be flying any of these routes way out to Europe or whatever, but that's what I'm going to do. And again, I think I need to wait to see what the outcome is for my applications. So I'm sure they're going to look, so I haven't made a ton of money. Again, we spent $2,500 for the license. Like, I could get another license, but I'm fine just flying the 738. And so what I was looking at in between was just, are there any reports that say, like, do I have some sort of a pilot rating or something where some of the people I'm applying to might look at and say, oh yeah, he's been reliable, he's done well. That's something that I have. But, you can see my hourly salary is up there. Like, I will be making less to work for those guys, but I think that is still my best choice because it's going to let me fly other places. So what I will do is see what we get, and then I'll make a decision, because obviously I'm not working for anyone. I'm not doing anything, but we've got 5. And then we have some options. Like, again, I could just going to work for Ryanair UK would be half the price. I'm not terribly interested in, Jiangxi, I think, doesn't have a big fleet of 7-3. Yeah, they have 13. I mean, so it's okay. And it's important to remember Canadian North is a 2-star airline. It shouldn't be too much of a stretch. I thought they were a 1-star, but they are a 2-star airline. So going up to a 3-star might be okay. They might take me. So I'm certainly intrigued to, like, hey, fly in South America, other places. Now, the issue with Goal is right now there's no liveries in 2024. So if I'm flying with a livery, which I'd obviously like to do, I would be doing that in 2020. And there's plenty. And the thing I do like with Goal is they've got some pretty cool liveries. They're always a colorful carrier. Ryanair, TUI, they're not. I mean, that's the thing. And I don't even know that I could get a livery for Xiamen Air. So there is theoretically a livery for 2024 for them, for the PMDG 737-800. That's interesting. So yeah, the only one that I couldn't get a 2024 livery for is Goal. So yeah, we'll see what we see. But I will let you know once I get some offers, and we'll make a decision. All right, it's the next day. I'm just checking. I checked in the evening. So I think you have to let the calendar day roll, and we have got answers for our 5 applications. We got rejected by Ryanair, those bastards, but Ryanair UK paid the least. So I'm guessing Ryanair would have been really low in their pay anyway. And then Goal is down in South America, which would have been cool. I think I would have seriously considered them. But we have been accepted by Jet2, TUI, and Xiamen Air. So I know I said, and I'm kind of probably still leaning that way just because it's different. And also, I think if I look at Jet 2, let's see. Because Jet 2 has a lot of routes. TUI does not. I mean, TUI has less. So you can see Jet 2 has 1,300. Now, again, so maybe. Because they have 97 738s in their fleet, which means a lot of their legs will be, that way. It looks like the really long ones are 821 Novembers. So, and I don't necessarily want long ones, but they're a 2-star. TUI's also in the UK. They're slightly smaller than Jet 2. And again, their bigger part of the fleet is 738s, and we've still got 1,600 routes, though, now that I look at this. So again, these are going to be the 788s, I'm sure. Maybe not up here. So if I do that, whoops, 7, 3, 8. All right. So yeah, so we'd have that capability there. And so I think it's really between these two because, why get paid less? And this is, very similar coverage. I mean, I'll just to be sure, I'll see, do they go somewhere with their 738s that is different? And the short answer, I think, is no, they do not. They go up to Norway. I mean, they go to Iceland, but other than that, it's similar. So we will not be taking a job with Jet 2. I mean, the thing I do like, too, is literally every offer we got is more than our highest offer by the automatic ones that people had just, seen us on Pilot LinkedIn or whatever it is and said, hey, we're going to offer you a contract. So it makes it easy, but this is my highest pay, by 20 cents, so it's not anything crazy. But let's just take a look because, again, see, they have 114. So, as soon as we put in B, I bet all the long routes go away. Well, maybe not because there's 788s as well. B73. There we go. So we shrink down. And it's not all China. I mean, they go to Thailand. They go to the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia. Some of that is going to depend what kind of routes we take. Man, Urumqi, I guess that's still China. Oh, they go to Seoul. They don't go to Pyongyang. I'm a little surprised, honestly. China has good relations with North Korea, but, maybe they're... I think so few people can come in and out and travel that it's just not worth an air carrier doing that. So yeah, 737, 738, and the 7 would be a little bit shorter routes, but we should still be able to do those. So I would think we've got our information. So let's see what we've got. Xiamen Airlines. It's an airline based in Xiamen, Fushan, China. Xiamen Air has its northern headquarters in Beijing and 8 branches in Fuzhou, Hangzhou, Tianjin, Hunan, Beijing, Guangzhou, Chongqing, and Shanghai, and 2 subsidiaries in Hebei Airlines, 99.47% shareholding, and Shaanxi Airlines, which is actually someone else that offered us a job. So they're 60% shareholding. Founded on 25th July 1984, Xiamen Air is the first airline in China to operate independently as an enterprise. It was established as a joint venture between the Shanghai Administration of Civil Aviation Administration of China, Xiamen Special Economic Zone Construction Development Company, and Fujian Investment Enterprise. The shareholders are China Southern, Xiamen, and Fujian. The current chairman is Xiaodong, and the general manager is Wang Shui. Operates more than 320 domestic and international routes from Xiamen Gaoxi International Airport, Beijing Daxing International Airport. So it's not, I think Pudong is the big one. So this may be the older airport, I don't know. Huzhou Chang'e and Hangzhou Xiaoshan International Airport, with 3,500 to 4,000 flights per week and carries 25 million passengers. It has a white egret frequent flyer program, features announcements in Mandarin and English, but also in Minnan, which are broadcast by Xia Hui, a former broadcaster of the Central People's Radio Station. Look at that. So, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, this should be... Whoops. Well, we had a crash. That's never good. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. But yes, this will be who we sign with. So let's see. Worry-free, which I think is what we want. If you have no registered hours in one... Okay, you have to meet targets. Let's see, 5 hours per week. If you do not meet your target, you're subject to a penalty. So yeah, so I'm not at this point ready to sign up for, I'm doing number of hours or number of flights. 10 flights a week is insane. But again, if you're trying to be like, mimicking the real world, that would make sense. So I need to select, we're going to go with worry-free. If it's going to let me, there we go. I'm like, all right, accept and sign. You are now a pilot of Xiamen Air. Best of luck. So now we have no job offers, and I think in like a week, we'd start getting more. But now if I go here, so schedule type, airline hub, all. Like, I don't really care what I fly in this case, so I'm going to go ahead and just let it generate and see what happens. I'm going to uncheck everything. There we go. All right, so it gave us a couple longer ones. But, so we've got flights from Fuzhou, Jeju. Okay, so we're going to South Korea. Staying in China there for a long one. I mean, I'm assuming we're mainly, yep, so our first pair of flights is going to take us out of the country, but other than that... All right, so a little bit of the sad reality that I've run into is the 2024 livery that's on flightsim.to errors out when you try to install it with the PMDG installer, so it's not a valid livery. There is one, however, actually a couple, for 2020, so this series likely will now revert back to 2020, but at least we know, hey, the PMDG works, and maybe I'll introduce another series there that will use that, because, I'd certainly love to work through that. I mean, I know for my VAs, I'll be using that plane and so forth, but we'll see. Unfortunately, for now, I've put a comment on there letting the individual know that it's a problem, but it looks like they're in China, they're Chinese. They may or may not be able to understand my error or so forth, but hopefully over time it gets fixed. I'll try to keep an eye on it here and there. I'm not planning to jump in and fly a flight right now. But once again, I'm worried here in that I see my current location is CYXT. So I'm thinking I need to fly, to get a flight ticket. I don't understand. I had a schedule. I didn't accept it, so I'm going to continue trying to create a schedule that works. All right, so this one actually a little bit more interesting too, in that I'm also going to go to Vietnam. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to accept this schedule. But now with the accepted schedule, if I go here, it still gives me that. So let me check. All right, well, I'm not ready to go, but it's showing me here. So again, I think we go from Fuzhou to the island here. So it's still the South Korea flight we had, but not ready to make that flight now. So I'm not going to do anything because I think once I do that, I'm definitely more on the clock than I am. But I'm probably going to do a little bit of digging to see if I need to reposition myself and buy a flight ticket. I'm not sure.